Microphone here, please. Prego, Alessandro.
Buongiorno. Volevo sapere da Kieran queste scelte.
Hello, a
è un po' il
question
ritorno
for Kieran.
all'inizio del campionato con Garbisi spostato, Allan al suo posto, e poi volevo sapere le scelte
We have
in prima linea
Garbisi, we have Alan in his place. So I wanted to know what are reasons behind these choices for the front row, and why isn't Nimar part of the group?
Nick Otter is ruled out for injury, so that's why he's not there. Therefore, Fayua starts, and obviously Manfredi comes in on the bench, so that's an injury related. Fischetti's injured, so not available, so therefore Ferrari comes in there. And then we made a decision around tight head prop for this particular game with Ciccarelli starting. As far as lock goes, Dino Lamb's injured, so he was unavailable for selection. And then if you go into the backs, we've decided for this particular game that we want the two playmakers at 10 and 12. And it gives us, with the way the French play the game, gives us an opportunity to put Capozzo back at fullback and bring in Bruno on the wing. So the reasons for the changes was one, injury related in some areas, and the other ones were just for this particular game we decided on the personnel that we picked to give us the best opportunity to perform.
Kieran, this is the first time we choose, in the last 2 years since you're in charge, is the first time that we play against France and we go with a 5-3 split in the bench. What's the reason for that?
One of the reasons for that was we had a lot of players beaten up last week. We've had a number of players who haven't trained very much this week because of recovery-wise. We felt that the situation that we had with the injuries, etc., we were going to have more coverage, better coverage if we went a 5-3 split.
Obviously, you mentioned Ferrari going to the left side of the scrum, but obviously Fischetti is injured. We have also other two loose head props. So, what is the reason behind Simone Ferrari starting on the left side?
Simone's played a lot at loose head. He's a very good scrummaging prop, and so we believe that we need to have that stability around there. We just place him for this particular game, a little bit ahead of the others, and Ivan Nima and Bonfilio has just come in. And then Fedezani also is going to, Fedek will come off. We also have to look at, halves of the game. Front row boys only play 45, 50 minutes generally. So it was looking at a combination too that would be more effective for the team moving through into the second half, because we have full confidence in those guys at the start of the game that they were going to give us a good base to work from. And, if they're going well, they'll go a lot longer. So we'll just see how that goes.
Hi, Kieran. Can you just explain how you went about this week trying to restore the confidence in a team and get the belief into the team that they can actually win this match, given what happened against the All Blacks?
Well, I think, if I look at last week on reflection, it was probably bad coaching on my behalf. I think we lost the process. We looked more at outcome rather than process. So that was a disappointing fact from my perspective. This week we've gone back to process. Also the fact that, but we did say to the guys, one game doesn't define you. It's like one bad article doesn't define a reporter. or one good article doesn't define them. It's exactly the same in sport. You know, one bad performance doesn't define you. If you have 3, 4, 5 of them, well then yeah, it defines you. So we very quickly put it behind us. But you know, you had to refer back to certain things because look, we gave up 10 tries from set play, something like that. It was, you know, but which is something that we've never done before. So yeah, we talked about it a little bit, but you know, then we've moved on, and it's you know, yeah, your confidence is knocked. And how do you regain that? Well, you regain it by getting back to the process and having self-belief and that sort of thing. And that's easy to say. It's you know, we'll see how we've done it on Friday night.
I mean, you put it down to just one bad performance because it's a lot of tries to concede. You know, a bad performance you wouldn't expect to lose by quite that amount. I mean, are you slightly concerned about how it unravelled?
Oh yeah, definitely was. But look, as I said, I think we got focused on outcome. You know, it's easy to say, and it's easy to just say that that's the reason. But you know, I think we got away from process. We had guys, you know, trying to cover other guys or trying to fix things. And you know, you're playing one of the best teams in the world. And look, when suddenly things start going wrong like that, you know, everything seems to go against you. You know, bounce the ball and all that. And so yeah. To answer your question, yeah, I was very concerned the way it unravelled. But you know, we've moved on, and you know, we're looking forward to a chance this week to at least give a performance that puts a little bit more respect and credibility into our performance.
What's your expectation
That he catches the ball, that he runs, and that he provides some opportunities for us. You know, Angie's an X-Factor player. You know, France have a long kicking game, so I think he'll get some opportunities to build some attack from back there. But obviously, the rest of the team, we have to get around them as well, because you know they have a kicking game where they kick and then they leave 4 players upfield and they try and smother you. You know, if you kick back and they kick again, they try and smother you. So, you know, Angie's going to have, they will have a plan to try and combat him. But he's only one of the back 3 and one of the 15. You know, the rest of the guys will contribute massively to his performance by where they are, etc. as well. If Angie was any good, he'd be capped for France, so he's not a very good player. So.
Per Michele una domanda, come è andata la settimana e soprattutto come e qual è stata la tua comunicazione nei confronti del resto del gruppo?
A question for Michele. How was the week? What was the communication that you had at the start of the week with the rest of the group? So psychologically, at the start of this week, was it hard? It was hard. We had to turn the page. It wasn't easy as process. We were concentrating since the beginning, let's say, on flipping the page as fast as possible, and afterwards we injected some energy in our training, especially during the first of the week. We weren't really well, but we succeeded at the end because yesterday we had a very intense training. It was very good quality, and this is what we need. Of course, communication, as Kieran has mentioned, we need to concentrate on our performance on the field, because we know that we can be competitive. We want to retain this characteristic. It wasn't there during the last match, but it was a particular situation. So we really need to put all of our qualities, all of our skills on the field in order to play against France.
Michele, 23 anni di Sei Nazioni, ma non solo di Sei Nazioni, ci hanno insegnato che noi abbiamo
Michele,
potenziale nei confronti di alcune squadre.
So 23 years of the Six Nations learned us, taught us, apologies, that sometimes we are a bit intimidated by some teams, this sort of fear against the All Blacks. We unfortunately lost. So France is not part of this group of teams. We have always played against France with this different spirit. So what do you think about that? So first, we had to analyze our performance until now. We have focused on ourselves, on our characteristics and skills, and we are aware that we have assets, advantages, we have qualities that we have already demonstrated before, and we want to put them back on the field. We want to demonstrate them again on the field. So we didn't focus on France. So of course we know that it's a very, very important match for them, but for us it's also a very important match, and even more than what we did last week.
Okay, we can change the setup of the press conference. Thank you.
Grazie.
Grazie.